Hi, my name is Vanima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the happenings of today. There was a lot that was happening today. I'm not gonna go into any particular order, but my God, OMG. Okay. Um, so first things first, we had the state uh, they brought the statement, the original statement, which was a good thing, of course. They brought the original statement. Asibashapheleni izandla baze naso i-original statement sharp. Okay, we are fine with that. And then after that, as we were busy listening to everything that was happening in that courtroom, the next thing now that we saw was that um, Usibanda now was compelled by the defense to prove the statements. He was compelled by the defense to prove the statement, and it was not nice because he started going through the state. He said, yes, here is the statement and everything, and then went through Mr. Zondo's names and everything now. When the time has come now for him to properly prove the statement, it was some weird vibe kind of situation there. And I didn't understand what was going on because now the expectation was that he's going to be asking the normal questions that are asked when someone has come with a new statement. Now he was acting as if these people well, he was acting as if now he doesn't have to do that. And the defense was like, hold up, you're not doing that here. You are going to follow procedure and proper procedure. They were up and down. They were up and down. Eventually, he was forced to get to actually prove the statement. He went through all of it. No, he did the proof. He did it. And halfway, he was like, there was a certain application that, guys, i-courtroom kaJadrata ngeke, guys. I-courtroom kaJadrata ayingeke, guys, because what the flip was that? What the flip was that? Ha! I-courtroom kaRata. Hayayaya, iyokuthusa sana. You will be left like wondering. And there is this pattern with him of being nar people when the police are asking things. He has these facials that are saying niyangibhora ayisuka sizoyenza ngohlobo mna ndifuna siphi apha kanti siphi apha kanti guys. All right, so now first things ke eziyezenzeka wow. Yazi uJadrata uzofeshunqa, I'm telling you uzofeshunqa imikhuba yakhe uzofa eshunqa sana. So fine, i-defense phakamile yaconfirm ukuthi i-statement isifumene kwatsha kwacima kwathini ntontoni, but eyona nto ibi-troubling when it comes to that was whether the state can use they can use a disputed statement before authenticity is confirmed, whether the court is allowing a trial within a trial through a back door, and whether the witness is actually adopting the contents as his own words. So I love that. It was very massive. That was that was a very massive procedural collision in that trial today, because what just happened was not just simply about reading the statement. These guys were like, awuzusenza kanjani. Now, the moment Advocate Ramsipule stood up and challenged the sequence, the courtroom shifted, Kesan, the statement reading into a constitutional admissibility battle. And Ramsipule was not playing. He was not playing. What happened was that the state wanted to move quickly into reading the statement into record, but the defense immediately identified a procedural problem right there. The witness never confirmed, this is my statement, I confirm the correctness, these are my words. Instead, the witness repeatedly explained, I was asked questions, then Brigadier Gininda wrote down. And that distinction was very devastating for the state because now the issue became, is this the witness statement or a police constructed narrative written by investigators? And remember that the witness specifically says he answered in Zulu, they spoke in Zulu, multiple people were involved, questions proceeded, proceeded and answers preceded, questions preceded answers. Brigadier Bongani Gininda was writing things were recorded according to interpretation of his explanation. Now that changes everything. Now the defense real attack was Ramsipele was not merely objecting to procedure, he was attacking admissibility and credibility. He invoked the earlier rulings involving Sifiso, Kwabini Zungu, Makosonke Zungu, where the court already acknowledged credibility concerns around statements taken by the same investigation team. That was very critical, because now no, that was Usibanda, that was like, no, my lord, you already dealt with this, and the Ramsipile were like, I was really local. Now, because the defense is saying you cannot provisionally sneak in disputed statements before the foundation is laid, that's the trial within a trial, through the backdoor argument. And that phrase was very explosive for Ramsipile. I was like, what? Did you just say that? Now, the reason the order of events matters is because Ramsipile's point is legally important. Before prior statement can properly be used, the witness must first confirm all the things in it. Only then can contradictions be explored. But here, the witness was still describing how police questioned him, how answers were written, how Gininda recorded information, and how multiple people participated. And that means the foundation has not yet been completed. And Ramsipile was arguing the state is trying to weaponize the statement before proving the ownership of it. Now, the bigger danger for the state was it became catastrophic if the court later finds the statement where investigator generated, improperly interpreted, collaboratively written, or incompletely confirmed, because then every contradiction collapses, and if contradictions collapses, the credibility attacks collapses too, which means the state loses one of its biggest cross-examination weapons. Now, the most important thing here is that this is an invocation of the trial within a trial via the back door. That is not ordinary courtroom language. That is the defense accusing the state of bypassing admissibility safeguards, using provisional admission improperly, and contaminating the main trial process. That's nuclear courtroom language. And my God, I was so impressed with Ramsipile, and he was not laughing with Obalwe. He was not laughing with Obalwe at that point. He was really not playing with him. He did not care. He was like, you are going to do things in order, right? And it was Ramsipile, it was Messi, it was Shololo, it was Nguman. All of them, they were up in arms, and I was very proud of them. Now, the very best thing that happened, that Usibanda was forced into proving the statement, even though the process did not go as far, but he was forced to do it. Ujadota, uye wazibona ba akana choice. Akana choice, he must just allow things to be done ngendlela efanele, because what the flip. Bavele ba flip script sana abadlalanga naye. They flipped the script on him, and he had no choice but to do right by the defense. I don't know about you. Time will tell. I think uJudge Ratha, whether we are Tanda or Akatandi, he has to do the right thing. Sorry, let me drink water, because wow. Because wow, son. And yo, I enjoyed that up and down that was happening there. I was like, this is court, man. They were dealing with it properly, and they were up and down, and they were showing off in defense, even though it's a hard court to impress. But deep down, I got no choice. The case is not. No. It is not what it looks like it is, Ngosiam. No. Abogininda have failed, listen. Yabona le writing of statements failed. Oh, they failed, Sanalam. I don't care who says what, they failed. Abogininda up. I don't know about you, but I feel like tomorrow is going to be explosive also, but we will see who's the witness that is coming. I'm not sure who is. Maybe it's Dwande, maybe it's someone from the Ndanzi family. I don't know, but we will see. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Do enjoy your day. Bye-bye.